in. Hey, everybody. As you can tell by this awesome name tag, my name's Arnaldo. Dane. There you go, Mike. This is Dane. This is where you introduce yourself. Guys, today's live stream is talking about Mobile Beat. And, usually we're talking about how excited we are for Mobile Beat and how we can't wait to go. And neither of us are going.
Nope.
What the hell? It's nothing against Mobile Beat at all. My prom season started back in January, of all times. Dane, I know you've been pretty busy yourself, too. Oh, Dane, hold on. They say your mic is soft. Dane, can you turn your mic up for me?
I guess I can. How's that?
All right. There we go. Okay, you guys should now hopefully be able to hear Dane. Anyways, Dane, yeah, you've been pretty busy this time of the year, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be kind of ironic that two people that are not going to Mobile Beat are telling you why you should go to Mobile Beat, but why we're also regretting not going to Mobile Beat ourselves. For me, again, it's a busy thing more than anything else. I want to go to Mobile Beat. Dane, you've been going to Mobile Beat for how many years now?
Oh, God, I can't even count anymore. 7-8 years.
Yeah, I've been going since the Freedom Williams fiasco. Excuse me, since the Freedom Williams performance.
Which time?
Oh, yeah. But I'm pissed. I'm so pissed that I'm not going. We'll talk about what's happening in Mobile Beat in just a little bit, but I couldn't go to NAMM this year, and I get word from Yamaha that they were just throwing nonstop concerts with some big names, and I'm a little poppy in the mic. Am I peeking or spitting on it? Let's try that now. Let me know the compressor sounds a little better. But I get word from Yamaha. I was like, yeah, listen, if you want to stop on by, check out some of the concerts, son of a gun. I'm like, well, Mobile Beat hopefully won't be anything major. Oh, no, Fat Man Scoop is going to be a Mobile Beat doing drops. Now, these are not free drops, guys, because Fat Man Scoop, his voice goes out pretty quickly. So as Greg D from Your DJ Drop says, make sure that you get in the first in line. But, from what I understand, Jason Janai is doing a damn seminar. I'm like, are you freaking serious? You know how long I've been waiting for Janai to do a seminar? And there it is.
But he's also going to be involved with that whole new video series now, too. So,
yep.
Going to get a lot of good information from him.
Oh, of course. But not even just movie related. Elton John is doing his farewell tour in Vegas, right? I'm like,
of course.
Like, this is such crap.
But we miss Britney Spears. We missed our shot. Yep.
Been wanting to go see Britney, and so I can hear her say, it's Britney, bitch. Oh, I can't swear. Crap. Yeah, so real quick, let's kind of cover a little bit about Mobile Beat, I guess what we would be excited about. Dane, I know that you've been going to the seminars for quite some time. I've been to a seminar just because I've been working with ADJ and other manufacturers there. But, how would you say the quality of the seminars have improved the last couple of years?
There was a little lull about 3 years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago. And then when they kind of revamped Mobile Beat, I feel like the seminars were like 10 times better than they ever were previously. There's a lot less seminars now, but they're a lot better. You got a lot higher quality seminars now.
They really did. I think the big one, at least the one that I was most excited about seeing, is the fact that they had some sort of DJ turntablism class. They had Scratch Academy. Now they've got Blend.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
It's nice. For me, yes, you know what? Being a good businessman is obviously important, but if you suck as a DJ, then why the hell are you attending a DJ convention?
Yeah.
You want DJing classes. If it was all just, I guess that was my pet peeve. And one of the things I talked to Ryan about years ago, I'm like, why is it just about business and business? If so, then go to a sales convention.
Well, I feel like in the past, there were a lot of seminars of just random guys that half of them, you don't even know who these guys are. And they're just going to get up there and go, do this because it works for me. And I'm not going to tell you my background, but do this.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I've been telling people, and I kind of wanted to cover some tips that you and I have gathered over. And for those of you guys who don't know, Dane and I do not practice the show ahead of time. We just kind of make this up on the fly. everything else in life. But I kind of want to talk about some tips that, to really help get your best experience, not just at a Mobeat, but any convention. And I guess we'll just kind of go back and forth with it. But you're absolutely right talking about the seminar speakers, because I see some of them, whether it's Mobeat or DJ Expo, and I know the guy's background. I'm like, why the hell are you a seminar speaker? I won't say any names in particular. I won't say any conventions. But here's the tips that I have. And Dane, if you want to chime in with some of yours, research your speakers. Just because they are a speaker at a convention doesn't mean they're good. It doesn't mean they know what the hell they're talking about. It just means they were loud enough that they said, hey, I'll present something. Now, Mobile Beat has gotten much better. I mean, years ago, Ryan has told every speaker, you only have like a minute to pitch your wares. If the whole seminar is about your product, then no, you can't speak. It has to be a whole, what's it called? It can be a whole spiel on it. DJ Cass says maybe Mark Farrell or Fark Merrill. No, I'm definitely not talking about Mark. Mark, while his seminars don't really talk about how he sells himself, because he can be the greatest MC in the world. If you can't sell yourself, it doesn't really do you any good. But we know how much. Mark's been very open about how many events he's done and how much money he's made. So research your speakers literally before, because Moby has several tracks. You've got your education track, you've got your DJ track, your technical track, your sales, whatever. So before you go to a seminar speaker, ask them, hey, how many gigs do you do a year? How much money do you average per gig, and what are you bringing out? And this isn't just you being nosy, and they should share this info, because once you're a seminar speaker, you are willing to be a public figure. And they can't tell you, oh, well, it depends. Oh, bullshit. Just freaking give me an average number, for crying out loud. I'll give you my average number for prom, $5,500, the average sales price right now. There you go. There's guys out there that are saying, well, I can book, I'm going to teach you how to book 300 or 400 events a year. That's awesome, because you're charging $400. If I charge $400, I can book twice as many than you. Like, it doesn't make any damn sense. So really research your speakers. And there's other speakers out there that are going to, that say, not this one isn't with Mobile Beat, but there's a certain guy that used to run a magazine that still owes Orlando vendors several thousands of dollars. He went bankrupt doing what he's teaching. Like, dude, how are you going to teach people what you're doing when you are a complete failure as a businessman? So really research. Now, luckily, Moby does research their speakers a little bit, and they kind of go by what the audience wants, but nobody has 100% BS proof. You should still research your speaker. Just because a speaker may be worth their salt doesn't mean they're worth their salt to your business. And Dane, I remember we had talked about this before. You had said, why am I going to listen to somebody that makes less per gig than I do? It's not about being snooty, but if I can listen to this guy speak or this guy speak, and one guy makes 10 times more than I do, gee,
he's onto something I'm not aware of. Yeah.
I'm not saying that the guy that makes less than you doesn't have any tips. We've all learned from people in all sorts of walks of life. But if it's between cheap $500 DJ and Jason Jani, who am I going to listen to? It's who do you want to be? Yeah. Really research the hell out of your speaker, and on a professional level, not a personal level, because hell, nobody be listening to me at this point. Dane, I don't know if you know this, but apparently I've got a lot of DJs sharing my post saying that I'm somewhat being a little bit too political lately, so boo. But no, not on a personal level, but on a professional level. Really research your speakers, see how their marketing is, and if it's not something you're interested in, then don't go to that seminar. Find a speaker that really appeals to you and who you want to be. Let's see here. David says, so guys pitch their videos like infomercials instead of speaking to a seminar to teach some things. Yeah, no, luckily they don't do that at Mobile Beat. Dane, I haven't seen that at Mobile Beat, have you? Not in a long time.
No, it's been a while.
I do remember there was one seminar years and years ago, and it had such a great premise. And it was, I think you might remember who I'm talking about. It was basically a PowerPoint presentation, hour long, of this guy and all the celebrities that he took photos with. And then, hey, buy my book. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? DJ Cass, but yeah, ever since then, that was actually the seminar that Ryan said, yeah, no, we're not doing this anymore. DJ Cass says, what about the rift that Casey and Drax were talking about on FB today? I have no idea what you're talking about, Kaz. If you can let us know. Bayardo, hey Bar, how you doing, man? Wants to know about some must-see speakers. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. Must-see speakers. Well, there's EV. There's
EV, Yamaha.
Yeah, actually, we'll talk about some of the vendors too, because that's the other thing that pisses me off. This might be Mobile Beat's biggest showroom or exhibit hall ever.
And we're not there for it.
ADJ has the main stage.
And we're not there for it.
I'm so upset right now. But before we continue, Dave, I mean, you've been to a lot more of these seminars than I have, because you are on the ground floor. Mm-hmm. What are some of the tips that you would say as far as like really researching your seminar speakers? How do you pick which seminar you're going to go to?
So what I typically do is I'll go through the schedule and I'll kind of highlight what ones I want to go to. Then I'll take, 5-10 minutes, and if I've never heard of the person, kind of do a little bit of background look up on them, look at their Facebook page, their YouTube channels, whatever. Mm-hmm. And what I try and do is I narrow it down that when I first started going to the conventions, I try and go to as many of them as I could. And what I learned is you don't necessarily learn by doing that. So what I've tried to do is narrow it down to, okay, who are the two top people? What are the two top things that I need to take out of today? Make sure I'm at those ones, and then I sit through it and I'm completely focused and take notes, and I'm getting the most of it. Because if you're trying to go to 10 in a day and you're trying to do that all day, you're not paying attention. You're getting distracted. Let's face it. All of us DJs were ADD. We have ADD. That's partly why we're all DJs. I mean, so
this just in, DJs have ADD.
so I always try and say, okay, I'll stop into other seminars, but I may not be sitting there, focused, completely taking notes on it like I would be on those key ones that I want to focus on. And the other part of it is, one of the big benefits of going to the conventions is the networking and learning from other DJs.
Yep.
So what I'll do is, if I've got, I know at 1:00 I have this big seminar I want to be at. It's 11:30 right now. I've got one I want to go to, but I don't really care about. But I just met up with this guy who I'm getting a lot of good information from. You know what? I'm going to skip that one, talk to this guy, and then I make sure I make that 1:00.
No, you're absolutely right. And going with what you said, it's definitely important, get some networking in between. But DJs, do not do the whole, I don't go to the seminars because the best seminars are the networking in the halls. Yep. No.
It's kind of a 50-50 thing.
It is. No. But okay, I'll give you an example. Here's some, like, you went to that one seminar 2 years ago on the whole taxes and everything, I think it was what it was. Mm-hmm. And you had called it a mind-blowing seminar. Who was that seminar?
Who was that? I've got it in my notes. I'll have to look it up.
It was one of the Ramsey guys, wasn't it?
I think it was. And it was about budget, your budgeting and structure, and
yes.
Always putting away money to pay yourself before anything else. And the way he broke it down, man, it's so simple. It was like, why have I not been doing this for years? This is
that seminar, because I remember the exhibit hall open after that seminar, and that is all everybody talked about.
Yep.
When I talk to people at the ADJ booth, they're like, oh my goodness, this seminar, Arnaldo, you should have seen it. It was so great. I'm like, well, damn. And then I haven't had a chance to watch all the videos yet. That's the nice thing about Moby, is the fact that you can buy the videos and see all the seminars. But, you're absolutely right. The one thing about not stretching yourself so thin that you wind up just no longer paying attention.
Yeah, because I've done that, and then you're sitting there just staring off and not even really paying attention to the important information that's right in front of you.
So let's cover some seminar tips. Really getting the most out of each seminar. Lots of coffee. For some reason, Ryan Berger hates some of us and starts at 7:00 in the freaking morning in Vegas. Come on, Ryan, really? I mess with him all the time because every single year I had some 7 a.m. bullcrap seminar. I'm like, no, why? So, guys, do not skip on that Starbucks coffee. I do not drink Starbucks except when I'm in Vegas. Definitely record. Bring your microphone. Get a Zoom recorder. Have your phone completely empty out of memory, whatever it takes.
Yes, it was profit first, I think, is what someone said.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. But definitely record. Ask questions. Don't wait till after the seminar, because a lot of us have to rush to somewhere else. Feel free to ask questions during the seminar, but whatever you do, even if you like, if the seminar speaker says something and you don't agree with him, your question should not be about how your way is better. Because if your way is better, then why don't you get your ass up and become a seminar speaker? It winds up being overly distracting when a DJ starts arguing with the seminar speaker, and it happens at every freaking year with one seminar. It becomes a piss match between a DJ and a seminar speaker. Aside from it being rude, it just makes that person look like a complete tool. So don't do it. But no, I mean, again, really, whether it's a seminar speaker or you're going to get your golden nuggets in the hallway, be real careful of who you talk to, who you accept advice from. I had one DJ years ago that came up to me and had told me that, one of the things that he does is that he buys like a gift for the bride and groom. I guess I can't remember what it's like, some framed photo.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Right after the toasts, he grabs the mic and gives them the gift and has them open the gift in front of everybody. He goes, man, I get so many good looks. Nope, you're getting looks.
Those aren't good looks.
Like you're getting looks, but that's about it. Oh no, David's saying he's reading. Oh, I guess the seminar is called Profit First, and he said he's reading the book. I didn't know there was a book on that. So interesting. All right, good to know. So let's take a look at some of the speakers that we have this year. Let's see who we've got. Those are exhibit halls. All right, let's go over through the list. We've got Stevie Ray.
Got Randy Bartlett.
Yep, Steve Napolitan, Mike I cannot pronounce that
Walter.
name. Mike, you know what? Okay, Mike Walter. I love this dude to death more than ever now. He did years ago. He did a seminar on DJing or like just his typical seminar. And he went on this rant about beat mixing, and I did not know Mike Walter's stance on it. And I figured with Mike being such, an astute businessman, he was going to push the whole beat mixing isn't important. He did the complete opposite. He basically said, if you can't beat mix, you're not a DJ.
And you shouldn't be in this industry.
I was like, damn, Mike, bravo, because I felt like that for the longest time. So I love Mike's stuff. Guys, if you have not seen Mike Walter's seminar, every multi-op has shaped their business around Mike. Even if you're not a multi-op, eventually you're going to become one whether you like it or not. Even if it's for one weekend. When you got two big paying clients on the same day, he'll do it.
Yep.
Well, I know that Dane for a while, when you were full-time with Fuse and doing all that, it's you and Jake. Did you guys ever do two separate events, or were you guys always together?
A few times we did. Usually if we were doing multi-events, I would hire out one of the guys who used to work at the previous multi-op I was at.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, for most part, especially if we have a wedding going that day, when we sell weddings, we sell both of us.
Smart.
And we promise that to the brides that you're getting both of us, and that's part of the added value is you're getting an amazing MC that can control the night and is there to take care of any issues, and you had a great DJ who can focus on the music.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
so we don't like to take it away. So there have been a few times where we had stuff come up, and luckily I've had a couple guys that have been able to say, hey, you want to pick up a gig for me? And
so there you go. Whether we like it or not, somehow we always become a multi-op.
Yeah, and unfortunately, in my market especially, I feel like there are a lot of guys who promise the brides and stuff one thing, and then some random person shows up. So I try not to do that.
Well, no, and luckily I know that you've networked with some really good companies.
Yeah.
So then we also have Todd Mitchum, who is the Brett Favre of the DJ industry. He retired, but he's a Brett Favre because he'll retire and then he comes right back. But
he's the marijuana king now.
No, but yeah, that's right. I forgot. But Todd Mitchum, I remember his whole thing on the focus ball and everything. Todd Mitchum. You'll always learn something in his seminars. So, guys, definitely you want to attend one of his before. And, yes, Mike Walter is Elite Entertainment.
Yep.
Let's see here. Bar says he's never seen Beef at a seminar. You haven't been to one of my seminars yet, buddy. Blend DJ Institute will be there. Randy Bartlett will be there. Kevin Ramelay. And I don't know half these people. So, I would have to Google most of these guys. Stacey Nichols, Terry Lewis, Doug Sandler. Wait, Doug Sandler with Sandler Sales? No. Right?
I have no clue.
Okay, let's pull up Doug's information because I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the last name. Nope, he is a DJ. Okay. I'm like, man, if that was like the Sandler Sales Institute, woo! Like, because I know how much they charge. They ain't cheap. Let's see. Jeremy Jones, Steve Clayton, Jason Weldon. Jason's a good guy. Sonny Ganguly, Rob Peters, Jason Spencer. Joe Bunn. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, Joe is a superstar.
Whoa. Yeah, you have to give it up to Joe Bunn, but you can't just skip over Jason Jani like that.
No, Jason Jani's last. Jason Jani's last. Hold on. We'll talk about Jason Jani in a second.
Oh, Popeye.
These two guys, Joe Bunn and Jason Jani, if Mobile Beat ever said, and no disrespect to the other speakers, okay, because they're all great people, but basically, if it was just Joe Bunn and Jason Jani, that alone is the cost, not of Mobile Beat, but an actual industry convention, which I'm talking a couple $1,000s, guys. Jason Jani, I mean, we'll rant on him we'll rave on him in a second, because I think everybody has a bro crush on Jason Jani. But Joe Bunn right now may be the most underestimated industry leader. Joe, he had a couple of videos that went viral, which have been incredible marketing for him. His company, the way he presents himself, the way that he presents his company, the way that, he mixes, he MCs, Joe is a superstar. I mean, there's no other way to describe that. And then Jason mother effing Jani. Like, guys, if you don't want your business to be like Sound SCE Group, and that's what they're called, and you don't want to make money, because I have never seen anybody as successful as Jason Jani. Jason has proven that you can go into a bridal show wearing just a white t-shirt, jacket, and jeans, and still do better than every other DJ company there combined. And I say that because that's exactly what he did a couple weeks ago.
And I'll tell you what, he's killing it. Dude just fucking played after the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Like, for the winning team. Like,
no, absolutely. Jason is, I don't know what seminar Jason is doing, but and again, I get to see the recordings and all that, after, and I'm friends with Jason, so I mean, I can ask him these questions directly, but hearing him speak is a very different experience than actually talking to him one-on-one. There's just a passion. You can see the performance side of him. It's worth just trying to find a way just to go to Mobile Beat for that one day, just to go back, and I'm being serious. I am really excited to see what Joe Bunn is going to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, that's phenomenal. Again, I don't know all of the speakers. I know Rob Peters, real nice guy. I don't know. Actually, let's see what Rob's going to talk about here. Are there any other seminar speakers that have stuck out to you, Dane?
Not really. Obviously, Randy Bartlett.
Of course. And Randy's one of those people I do not get along with him on a personal level, but when he talks, I'll be happy to hear whatever he has to say, because he always has something to teach. Okay, I have to watch the video, but it doesn't say. I don't know. I'm curious if Rob. Okay, let's go way back in the days of DJ Chat.
Whoa. That's a word we don't say.
So back in those days, do you remember John Allo?
Mm-hmm.
With the bubble parties. John Allo, guys, started this whole like weekday thing where you play music for kids and there's bubbles, and he made some serious weekday money.
Tiny bubbles.
Rob Peters, I guess, took over that business after John Allo passed away, and he's done a really good job with it. I've done some bubble parties. I don't do them as much because, unfortunately, I'm too busy. But I can tell you that following some of the techniques in John Allo's original book, my goodness, I've made an extra $2,000-$3,000 during the week. Hey, not bad money, especially if you're a single op. So I definitely recommend. I'm curious to see what he's going to talk about. And I'm guessing he's going to talk about the whole bubble mania thing, or bubble party thing, excuse me. Let's see, who else are there? So I guess there's going to be the 4 tracks. You've got business, entertainment, DJ skills, and the technical side. Who else are there? I'm sure Jeremy Jones is going to talk about something law-related. That would not surprise me. Oh, there's additional workshops. So we have here, Randy's doing a workshop. Stevie Ray's doing a workshop. Social media workshop with Stacey Nichols. Joe Bunn is doing the PhDJ. And then Todd Mitchum is doing Hey DJ Focus. Ironic, since DJs are all ADD.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, it's true. It's horribly sad, but it is true. Let's talk then about the exhibits. Dane, have you seen the insane amount of people that are going to be there this year?
Oh God, yeah. It's interesting because I think you and I both talked about this, that over the last 2 years at all the DJ conventions,
Mm-hmm.
there's been a major drop in presence. There's been a major, even those who do show up are coming really small, and just we almost felt like the industry was just doing this, and it was like, what's going on? And this year it's like everybody's here and doing big things, and
Exactly.
I think you're gonna see a lot of big things coming out of Mobile Beat, a lot of announcements, and
So I guess let's go over some of the list here. I mean, first of all, I want to talk about Global Trust, especially since they're sponsoring the prizes we're giving away today.
and Eliminator lighting.
And yeah, and Eliminator. Eliminator's been stepping it up big time.
No kidding.
I bought the little pars, and I was not expecting much for the money, but man, these things are punchy, bright. They have the little miniature pars that just do black lights, and it's perfect. We've been actually using them for pin spotting, special effects during events. They have new packages where you get like the tiny little F14 truss. You get the Mickey Mouse style pars, meaning one on each side, and a moving head. And say what you will about Eliminator. I have Eliminator Hulks from years ago. They were our first moving heads, and to this day, they still worked up until we finally sold the last bit of it. But Eliminator is killing it. Global Trust has a lot of new products, too. I don't know if they have anything. They're not releasing anything for Mobile Beat, but they have been working on, they have the new P series of Trust, which basically is like the F34P. It's just a lot more heavier duty. So that's really good, too. But they're going to have a much bigger presence in Mobile Beat than they've had in the past. And let's talk about what they're giving away at the booth. So if you buy like $50 worth of product, they're giving away these cool shirts. Dane, have you seen these shirts?
No, I haven't.
No,
Where do you get one of those?
It's awesome because it's got like the name tag built in. And on the back, it's got Vegas.
Yeah.
And these are comfy shirts.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
They are cool. So, DJs, do me a favor, because there's a lot of companies that do, hey, if you buy this much product, we're going to give you free swag. Do not go up to any company and say, well, I've bought from you in the past. Well, I'm sure they appreciate your loyalty, but they're trying to get more business. So they only have so many, whether it's Global Trust or whoever, don't go up and say, oh, well, I've bought from you in the past, so I'm not a loyal, important customer. Everybody's an important customer. But right now, this is about who's going to be our buying customer at the show. People have to make their money out of these shows so they can actually support. But yeah, I mean, I've been seeing some of like the booth previews that Global Trust is doing, and I'm super stoked. And I got to tell you, Global Trust, I don't know if I told you, Dane, they saved my tail at one of the last shows. I was working on a design, and in case you guys don't know, when you're working on a design with Global, you can actually send it over to them, and they can tell you if it's safe or not. And I thought I had everything calculated right. And then Danny and Robert get back to me, and they're like, hey, listen, you missed this part here. This is not a safe load. You need to do it like this. And I'm like, oh, my God. Thank you for noticing. Woo! Very small mistake, but that's why you have engineers, that do all that. So, yeah, if you guys ever have a question or if you want to help design something, that's where Global does things that nobody else does, because people forget that Global really originated what we call the European-style truss, your conical system. They really were the forefront or the forerunners of that in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
So,
somebody said Global Trust is the same company as ProX. No, they are not. They are different companies.
No. However, I'm so glad they said that. I don't know if ProX says it, but I know certain dealers or certain manufacturers.
Certain dealers specifically.
Or certain manufacturers will say, well, this is compatible with Global, or this is compatible with this brand. Any dealer tells you that, you dump that dealer and you go to somebody else, because there is a huge liability thing. If, God forbid, let's say something happens with the trust and it comes crashing down, whose insurance is responsible? Global's or this other company? This dealer said that they work together, and they might. But if, God forbid, something happens, neither of them are going to say, not my fault because you used incompatible trust. Well, the
dealer's going to say, oh, not my problem.
Exactly. So real quick, any questions on Global Trust, guys, please, by all means, ask about it. Let's go back on some of the comments here. Again, people are saying Joe Bunn is great. Absolutely. Bayardo says he's not familiar with Joe Bunn. get familiar, and subscribe to the Bun DJs on Mixcloud. They got some great mixes on there. Actually, and Jason Jan, I just uploaded a mix I was jamming out to before this. That's part of the reason why we were late to this live stream. Let's see. Barcheck, Mike Walter, and Joe Bun. Yes, okay. DJ Cass met Joe Bun at Midwest DJs. Awesome dude. This year it is photo booth and DJ convention at the same time. Yeah, I noticed that. That's be interesting.
Yeah.
New hot thing in Mobile Beat. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then Bayarda says, does Global Trust have something similar to the Glow Totems? Yeah, they do. It's basically you got your base, you've got your individual F31 or the F21 tubes, and you make your totem and you're good to go. I'm actually going to be making some for, I have a school that needs like 15 totems. So we're going to be doing that. Don't beg for swag. It's impolite. Thank you. DJ Kaz has it. Makes you look trashy. Is there any type of trust system that can be hoisted by one person? I'd like to do trust, but I'm a solo op with limited help. Absolutely. Dana, and I know that you guys sometimes have had to do stuff by yourself.
A lot of times we do.
Yeah. What stands do you currently use? Do you have the ST132s or did you switch?
I'm still on the 132s.
And that's still Global Trust's most popular stand. I have the 4000s because I'm short.
Oh,
so
and the 4000s are awesome too.
Yeah, so I mean, you can easily, guys. Your average, your span from one truss to the other, they say don't go more than 30 feet. So what I do is I put, let's say this is my truss right here, and this is my truss mount, where the little mount that goes on the adapter. Excuse me. Let's say this is a stand, and this is the truss mount. The truss sits on top. I put this on top. I don't screw it in so it can swivel. I put my truss there, swivels out. Then I put it on top of the other stand, and I'm good to go. So you can do it by yourself, and I've done videos on that. If you go to GarrettFirst.com and search Fast Truss Facts, you'll see on how you can set up trussing by yourself. Let's see.
The kit that works with a facade or table, I think was it the DT DJ?
Yeah, well, I know that ADJ just released their facade, and it's got like a little built-in truss. It uses the F14, the Mini 360 F14 clamp. So all the clamps that ADJ sells are pretty much Global Truss. So Global Truss will always have something that's compatible. I will tell you that when you guys go and buy clamps, Global sells plastic clamps. So does ADJ, and they may hate me for saying it. Don't buy that. Just for crying out loud, buy the metal ones. I hate plastic clamps with a freaking passion. It's not that they're going to break on you, but I'm not a fan of plastic, period. Do yourself the favor. Go ahead and buy the metal clamps. It's going to be much better in the long run. But yeah, Global and Eliminator will be there, and Eliminator just has tons of new products, so definitely check them out.
Oh yeah, they've been killing it this last year.
They have been. It's
just at Atlantic City. It was amazing what they came out with.
Dude, their booth was awesome.
Yeah.
Their booth was great. They actually, right now, the Eliminator warehouse, last time I heard, was pretty much empty because they didn't have anything in stock because they sold everything out at DJ Expo. So whatever they have at the show, guys, make sure you buy it right then and there.
Yeah, I know. Like the love letters, those are going out faster and they can come in.
Yep. Yeah, we know that, Dankers. Electro Voice will be there, of course. Pioneer, Denon, PV, DOS Audio, TBNT. Pro Audio and Lighting, never heard of them, but I guess they'll be there. KS Audio, I am reviewing their sound system right now. It is the most expensive sound system you're ever going to hear. The sound system that's made for 150 people is $4,000, but the speakers are literally like this big. I mean, they're super small. They were the company that actually invented powered speakers, and they never patented it. So there's a great lesson, guys. Patent your stuff. But I've been talking with the guys over here. They're a German-based company. It's all German engineer. It's literally like a Rolls-Royce. They have zero inventory pre-made because they made the speakers once you order them. And they personally handcraft everything. So
that's awesome.
I'll be doing a review on KS Audio. It has been an experience. It's not even a sound thing. It's an experience. ProAx will be there. Easy Photo Boost will be there. Hyper AB, yep. Avante, Vibo, I don't know what that is. IDJ Now. Stanton, how is that for a surprise?
Hold on. I didn't realize they still existed anymore.
Me neither. And Stanton has some badass turntables, too. I mean, look, guys, this is unpopular opinion time. Techniques are not the best turntable. They're not even the second best turntable out there, but they last forever. Great. I don't need turntables from the 80s in my gear because I make enough money at my events that I can afford new gear. Nobody's using the original CDJs, even though half of them still work. But
Hey, I've got some original CDJs.
Well, that's what. Okay, no, yours aren't the original from the 90s.
Okay, so they're not the old 700s anymore, but I've still got some.
No, but yours are because what they do, I mean, they still do everything you need them to do.
Yeah.
I'm talking like the OGs, the Carl Decken, Heldies, and Nurstum OGs. But Stanton had turntables with better torque than the Techniques, hands down. Phoenix by Terry Lewis, online marketing course that converts. No idea what that is. But I'll find out in a second. Animoto's gonna be there.
Really?
You know Animoto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They make some badass slideshows. So, what are they offering?
What do they have in store for DJs?
I don't know. I'm curious because Animoto did make some awesome slideshows. That was my secret weapon until everybody started using them. Wedding Wire will be there. Custom song edits. Bass Boss will be there. And guys, we've heard really good things about Bass Boss. Yoda Booth will be there. Rain at Mobile Beat. That tells you everything you need to know about what's going on at Mobile Beat. DigiGames. Mobile Beat's now doing a cruise. Projectogram. Dude, I just got the stand from Projectogram. It's the nicest bass ever. It's heavy.
It looks pretty stable.
It's stable as hell. I thought I was going to need sandbags, and I don't. And the bass has really wide handles. It's all rubber cushion. It's raised up so you can actually run cables from underneath. Oh, dude, it's awesome. I love my Projectogram stand. QSC, Wedding MBA, Roland, Vision DJ Designs. I think that's the DJ stand company, right? Mod Scenes will be there. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, guys, if you really want to get into the next level, like decor, that's awesome.
Nice
Atkins Professional Cordiox, I have no idea what that is. Do you know what that is?
No.
I've never. Hold on.
Oh, I think they're one of those ones that make like cable ties and labels.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
DJ Toad's Toadmatic. Those are pretty damn cool DJ tables. Speed Quizzing USA will be there. Eliminator obviously will be there. RCF. 12-inch skins. Love my
12-inch skins. I love my 12-inch skins.
Yeah, man, those are the sturdiest skins I think I've owned. ADJ at American Audio. Pro Gobo. Yes, Pro Gobo is the bomb.
Second that.
Rent Arcade Party. DJ Trivia. Mark. DJ Event Planner. Promo Only. Pioneer. Frankenstein. Servant Vega will be there. Newmark. Scrim King. Chauvet. NLFX, Global Trust, Windy City Novelties. I can't speak. Top Hits, V-Moda, and Singo. No DigiGames this year. Did I miss that?
I didn't see it.
That's a shame.
I mean, DJ Trivia's there, but no DigiGames.
Yeah. So there's
No, DigiGames is there.
Where's DigiGames at?
They're next to Rain.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you a story about DigiGames. I own one of the original systems. Similar to the TM150s, basically it uses a telephone cord, and the box uses a serial cable and a serial to USB to connect it. This thing is years old. I think we've had it for about 12 years now, and I had an issue with it. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't turning on. I mean, it turned on. It said it was connected, but I couldn't get them to work. So I called Tom, who had said, go ahead and open it up and make sure nothing got loose. Dude, this thing is just beautifully built. Like, it was built so if you need to replace something on the fly, you could do it. It turns out that I had the wrong driver installed after we went through everything. To this day, they still work. I don't know what other people are using, but I do know that with DigiGames, that stuff lasts forever, and the software offers so much customization. I wholeheartedly stand, by DigiGames when I say they really offer the best stuff. Let's go through some of the comments real quick here. DJ Cass says, I'm using 2 tripods, raising them with a power drill, which is great, but I think trussing would look better. What is the setup time versus tripods? It's not really what's the setup time. It's what's not going to fall apart. There's nothing safe about tripods unless you're talking about truss stands. If you're using regular, if you want to use all truss and no stands, what we do is we just crank it up, put the legs underneath, crank it down, lock in, and that's it. Dane, actually, you came and visited us and helped us when we were doing a massive rig, and we cranked it up 14 feet up in the air and then brought it back down. DJ Cass says plastic clamp slip, especially if you have lights that are in balance. Oscar says, I started off with a GTA or GT Arch system, the new version, and I love it because all the pieces are straight and you can add or use it for other setups. Yep. My Martin lights always lean forward. That's just Martin lights in general, though. Willie says, when's the giveaway? When we're ready to give stuff away. If you're here for the giveaway, well,
Didn't we just talk about not bacon fat?
let's see here. Peter says, if switching from software to a lighting desk, what desk would you recommend? Around $2,000? Not a single lighting desk that I recommend under $2,000 that I've been happy with. I know Avolites has some lighting desk around $2,000,
but even then, you want to get into like an Avolite Pearl, and you're still going to be 3 or 4.
I don't know how much the Pearl is now. I know, but you know, even like the Cam says, it's still software based unless you're going to go above that. So I personally use CompuShow with a Midicon Pro, and that'll give me just as many features as a lighting desk with motorized faders. Okay, Joe Bunn is Vision DJ Designs, and yeah, Joe Bunn's DJ tables are badass. Like I freaking want one. So yeah, there's quite a bit that's coming out there. Let's talk exhibit hall. Mobile Beat's no exception, and I told Ryan that I was going to witch about this, so he'll just have to deal with it. It's loud. Just like any exhibit hall, It is ridiculously loud. I was ready to murder.
Speaker vendors should never be allowed on the show floor.
They shouldn't. And unfortunately, because of space constraints and all that, I guess that's just never going to be a wish that we get granted. So let me give you guys some tips, first of all, on the exhibit hall. I'm going to real quick post a link on the chat. I will also put it on the subscription or on the description. These are the Alpine earplugs. I had to get these at DJ Expo. Dang, you were at DJ Expo, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, you remember how awful that was.
Yeah.
When I put these on, guys, did you ever buy a pair or no?
I was going to. I never did end up in one.
You silly, silly man.
What did you say?
These blocked out the music, but they didn't block out voices. It was just weirdly trippy. And they're made for musicians. So what they do is they don't just muffle the sound. They actually bring down the decibel rating. And they have for medium and high decibel suppression. So the Alpine hearing protection are the best earplugs that I have used. Super comfortable. You won't even feel that they're there. I just posted a link. Guys, check it out for $20 shipped on Amazon. You're not going to beat that, period. I freaking love these. When my wife is doing, house work around the house and says, "Hey, Arnaldo, I need you to do something."
Huh?
I'm sorry, honey, I couldn't hear you. Notice how I had to whisper that I just don't need to hear. So,
Monica,
definitely that. Take photos of the gear that you're interested in, because you will forget about it. You will.
The other thing I would say is if there is something you're looking at that you want to buy, or make sure to go and actually sit down, find some time and play with it. Because I know I've done a quick look over of something before, go okay, and I buy it and like, I wish I would have played with it a little more on site and got a feel for it before I just bought it.
Oh no, absolutely. Well, I'll give you an example of what you had mentioned. I had a DJ that came up to me years ago, or 2 years ago, and he asked about the Global Trust, the DT 4000 or the DT 4000 stands, right? And he was trying to just come up with a simple T-bar solution for staging and all that. And we went over all the notes and everything else, and I had written everything down for him. And he's like, "Well, let me think about it." And he goes, "I'm real positive. I definitely want to do this." Didn't see him the rest of the show. He was gone. I messaged him like, "Hey, I'm just curious, what happened, dude?" And he goes, "Well, I figured I would get it cheaper on Amazon." And later he realized what a terrible idea that was. So guys, don't use Amazon. Well, what happened is he missed out on the deal, and then when he called that dealer again, well, we don't have we don't have that price anymore. So yeah, don't miss out on stuff, Dane. I know you've gotten some serious bargains.
Especially the last few years at like Atlantic City, I got a lot of stuff this year. Mobile Beat last year, I got a couple really good deals.
Well, what was I know you had bought some Global stuff because again, I want to push Global Trust for a minute because they're definitely hooking people up with some prizes and all that. What was some of the stuff that you bought at the shows at Global Trust?
I bought a lot of base plates. TV stands, love everything really. I mean,
I know you bought
just random things I've needed that it's like, oh, for that price. Sometimes at these shows when you see a price for the stuff, it's like well, I need it anyway. Might as well.
And even with this being a sponsored, I don't want to say sponsored, but it is a sponsor by. One of the things that we've said in years past is that at least the one thing Global Trust does better than all the other manufacturers, even their sister manufacturers, like, don't get me wrong, ADJ, Elation, all these shows, they always offer great deals. But Global always offers the absolute best pricing. And maybe it's because they're working with Jeff.
And not to mention, just go and talk to them. Say what you're, especially if you're looking at buying like a lot of stuff. Don't just look at, it's that for. No, go talk to them. Say, this is what I'm envisioning buying. Can you help me spec out everything I want? And what sort of pricing can you give me? And you'd be surprised what they can do.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. So I'll use DJ Expo as an example because my wife was working DJ Expo. And she came up to me with the price list for the show. And she's like, we may want to buy some stuff. I'm like, Monica, I'm sure I can get good pricing from my dealer, et cetera, or whatever, right? And everybody knows what the term industry accommodation pricing and all that. And I'm looking at these prices. I'm like, what the hell? This is less than even I pay on a regular basis. I know what Global Trust dealer prices are.
I believe I bought some lights as well. And you said the same thing to me. You're like, how much did you get those for?
Well, because what they do is, Jeff at Canal, Jeff is a rock star, plain and simple. And what he does is hold on a second. Danny just sent me, I'm going to call Danny out. He just sent me a picture of his daughter and says, you're making Natalie cry. Danny. All right, guys, thumbs up to stop making Danny and his daughter cry. No, but it's one of those, like, Jeff is a rock star. And the fact that I guess Jeff negotiates special pricing with Global and with ADJ or whatever to get better pricing, because I know what the dealer pricing is, and then I see what they're going to be selling at the show. I'm like, so how are you guys making a profit? Because the dealer has to make profit somehow. You still got shipping, you still got credit card fees and all of that. And that's the other thing about the show is that you're going to get a much better free shipping. I mean, we all know there's no such thing as free, but at the shows you might as well, because you get the discount and you get the shipping already included. I think it's past a certain amount because it is trussing. It's not like a small light. But, like even you yourself said is, go and talk to them. Global Trust, I know this information firsthand. They work to have people there that know what the hell they're talking about, that are not just salespeople. That's what my wife was helping out at DJ Expo, because my wife works with Global Trust on a basis, but she's not going to bore you with stats that you don't really care to know about. I mean, if you need to know, hey, how much weight can this truss hold? Okay, well, you may not necessarily need to know how much weight it can hold at this point. You may want to know entirely, can it hold these 4 lights and this screen? And she can tell you, yes, this is what we've done on it. Give you real world experience. And I think that's going to be the benefit that they're going to get with Canal, is that these guys are doing some pretty serious productions too.
Oh yeah. They with Canal, you kind of get both sides of it. You get guys who know the pricing, they know the product, but they also use the product on a weekly basis. So you're in a lot out of that.
Yep.
One of the other things, I always have to say is, people come up a lot of times and will say, oh, hey, does this vendor have, an arch or, this? And when it comes to, Global and everything, they can make you probably whatever you're looking for. I mean,
yeah, and in whatever color you want.
Yeah, and they can tell you, okay, you need this piece, this piece, this piece. Here's what, and they'll spec it out for you. And so if there's something specific you're looking for, like someone mentioned earlier, like glow totems, like, okay, yeah, we can build something for you here.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's what we can do for you.
Absolutely. Well, then that was one of the big things that I've always appreciated about, even though I've done trussing for quite some time, the fact that these guys have already done it before I ever did. So they can run the weight measurements for me. They can tell me, yes, this is going to hold, this is going to tip over. We've done crazy designs, where the trussing was over the crowd, and we've done circles, we've done swirls, and all this really affects on how much weight anything can hold. And they'll help me out with that. If I'm doing an outdoor thing, do I need ballast? Do I need to tie down with guy wire? So they've been really good about helping that. But it's also the fact that people forget that these guys, whether it's Danny or Robert, I know Robert's like,
Robert's gonna kill
Danny,
you.
Robert, Donald. I mean, these guys were all actual DJs. Like, they were doing the stuff that we were doing. So they'll be able, like, for example, who was it? Was it Kaz that asked about? hold on. Who was it that asked about a setup that you can do by yourself? Oh, yeah, DJ Kaz. So, is there a truss system that can be hoisted by one person? Well, yeah, go up to them because these guys were DJs. These guys were single ops. They were working, they were doing DJing before it was what it is now, which is why they help bring these products to. So it's the fact that, because they were working DJs, they can tell you, yeah, here's something you can set up by yourself. Mm-hmm. And if the stand is there, you can give it a try. You can see how it works. So that is the one advantage of Global Truss. And let's face it, everybody else is a copycat. As far as the conical coupling system, everybody else is a copycat.
Not going to mention names, so there are a couple companies that have directly copied. And
oh, yeah. I mean, and everybody copies and takes ideas from each other. But the coupling system is pretty much global. Now, here's where it gets really interesting is, most people look negatively at the coupling system versus the bolt trussing. Yeah. Not realizing that coupling truss is much faster to put together. It's a hell of a lot louder, but it is faster. And people don't realize that you can hold a lot more weight on a coupling, conical coupling truss than traditional, especially those corners.
Yep.
Guys, in case you don't know,
those stress points aren't as, it can hold a lot more than.
Yeah, because you've got a nice solid connection versus
and then
a bolt.
Yeah.
So, definitely want to check it out. Chris Davis says, I really want to start building nice wedding designs with truss. Chris, again, definitely go to Molebeat, talk to the Global Truss guys because there's tons of different wedding setups they have done, even just totem related, totem setups that will easily fit in your car. And a good truss setup is the difference between, for example, for school events, difference between a $5,000 and a $15,000 prom is the truss more than anything else.
And even if, so you mentioned you're not going to be there this year, even if you're not, reach out to some of these guys because even if you're not the show, a lot of times they'll be running these specials for you, so if you, during the show, if you reach out to someone, they may be able to make a deal with you, even though you're not at the show and find something for you.
Yep. I just thought of something. I don't want to make this political, but this needs to actually be brought up. Now is the time to buy trussing. Do you know why, Dane?
Tariffs.
Yep. In case you guys don't know, we're not going to make this political, but there is a possibility of aluminum tariffs. What is trussing made out of? Whoops. And the base plates are made out of steel, which also, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I think none of us know, but tariffs mean, especially on all imported aluminum, which is almost all of it, truss is going to go up. So if you're going to buy truss, now is the time to do it. And I don't just mean Global Truss. I mean everybody's truss prices would ultimately go up.
Yeah.
So crap. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
Crap. Well, there's an expense I wasn't planning on doing. I mean, I need trussing, but I'm like, I don't need it right now. I was going to wait till after prom season. I might as well be doing it now. DJ Cass says, good luck getting $5,000 from high school here in Nebraska. Actually, I have 3 subscribers to Master School Dances that are getting twice of that. So, definitely good luck for them stepping down in price. If you want to know how to make school money in school dances, masterschooldances.com. I really wish I could make like a it definitely can be made. So there's no such thing as no, it can't. Looking forward to seeing the live show this year, guys. Well, remember, there's 2 of them. You've got ADJ and you have Eliminator. Oh yeah, that's right. ADJ has the main stage too, and I would imagine you're going to see a lot of Global Truss over at the main stage as well. So I'm curious what they're going to do. Let's see here, and who gets. Hold on. Oh, this is interesting. This was actually from one, I don't want to say the dealer's name, but basically I just got some inside information that, with these tariffs, obviously the best pricing is going to go to the biggest importer. I guess that's common knowledge. Yeah. And Global Truss buys more aluminum than any other truss manufacturer. So that means that, at this point, Global Truss is going to give you the best pricing even over the competition. I just texted Danny, and apparently it's going to be the biggest booth they've ever had.
Yeah.
So, ooh.
And if you've seen a couple of the previous booths they've done, they really just keep stepping it up.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, the booth at Atlantic City this year, well, it took forever to put up and everything. It was a cool looking booth.
Yes. Yeah. The DJ Expo one was a very cool looking booth.
Yeah.
It was an excellent trade show booth too. I mean, you could do so much with it. You could do a circular screen for an event or an actual trade show. So that was very cool. I can't wait to see their stage at Mobile Beat. Oh, wait. Is it too late? Can I cancel my prom?
It's too late.
It is too late. No, I've got a 4-day weekend.
So who's coming out with the 3D glasses, the VR glasses with a camera mounted and Mobile virtual presence device?
No kidding. So I mean, as far as Mobile, it's definitely going to be a much better presentation overall this year. Okay, and I guess we're also going to be doing a live stream later on with Danny from Global Trust. I just learned that. So, no, we'll be doing a stream later on. We're going to talk about some ideas with Trust, different concepts that you guys can do. And maybe I wonder if we can bring Jeff in because, guys,
that'd be cool.
I'm not kidding. Canal is doing some serious stuff. And actually, honestly, I think the ADJ and the Global Trust booth, because I know this firsthand. I know you know this firsthand. There's a meeting that every vendor always has together. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be saying this or not, but screw it. What are they going to do? Not invite me to Mobile Beat? So there's a seminar or there's a meeting that all the manufacturers, they get together and they talk beforehand. And one of the things that Toby, who's president of ADJ and the sister companies, always pushes is education above anything else. You know, that's why I think that's one of the reasons why maybe ADJ isn't doing like the pizza parties and all that is because it went against the whole, aside from the fact that it was incredibly expensive, it really went against the whole, there's no education behind it. You know, they want to teach DJs how to make money, not just, hey, come buy our products. You know, I mean, there's other stuff that, you know, kind of gets in the way of throwing these big parties, but,
you know, that's, you know, last year at Mobile Beat, you know, ADJ at the booth, the in-booth seminars and, you know, all that, there was constant education going on.
Of course.
I think that's huge. That's free stuff that, you know, just as much as going to the seminars.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, when I do my seminars. Yeah, they're sponsored by ADJ. Sometimes I talk about their products. Like, it's so weird. I'll get an email from, you know, whether it's Alfred or Danny. Hey, I want you to do a seminar about talking about this product, but you can't sell it. You have to give people ideas on how to make money using these products. Okay. And I think that says a lot about a company that they actually want to push the whole, it's not just about selling people, because if you don't teach them how to sell and how to use the product, then they're just a customer. They're not an actual client. And I think that's what Global and ADJ is trying to do is make clients.
Because there are too many companies that they're just worried about the next sale.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a lot of this, you know, with ADJ Global and stuff is there's that, like you said, there's that support there. You bought our products, great. You're looking at doing a design with it. Okay, we'll help you make sure that it works.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they want you to be happy with your product and use it to the best.
Yep. And I know this about Jeff and Gabe and the guys over at Canal. They don't BS around. These guys are production people too. So if you're looking at a product, even if it's more expensive than what the right product is, they're going to tell you what the right product is. I know they've talked us out of, you know, hey, I want to buy this product, you know, and this costs this much money.
Oh, yeah. And
then just like, well, hold on a second. You may actually want to look at this one because you can get 2 of these for the same product as one, and it's going to fit all your needs, and now you're redundant backup. Cool. So that really does help out for sure. And then, of course, it's the whole about, especially with trusting, you know, really share your ideas of what you want to do. Don't just buy, because what you may want to do is not safe. And Global will tell you outright, especially if Danny's there. Danny does not mince words, and he's not going to say, well, you know, this may not be a bad idea. He'll be like, dude, that's stupid. Don't do that. You're going to kill somebody. Global's very honest about that.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a good thing. They're not there to just move gear. They want to make sure you don't kill somebody in the process.
Yeah.
So really let them know what your vision is. I think one of the smartest things that you and I have seen people do is where they actually find setups that they see online that they want to replicate. Hey, how can I create this? Do you remember the one guy at DJ Expo that brought like several photos to Monica? And this huge order that she rang up. And when we looked at it, you know, Robert's like, well, hold on a second. Actually, you may want to look at this and this. And even though it wasn't as big of an order, it was safer. Again, To me, that says a lot about a company. That's the reason
Yeah.
why I personally like to use Global Trust and why I let them sponsor our stuff. Because we don't just let anybody sponsor these kind of streams. They have engineers. They work with them all the time. I can't say enough good things.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a dumb question. Hell, when I started doing this, I ran like a 50-foot truss span, and there wasn't that bad of a bow in it. And then Danny calls me, or deflections, what we call it. And then Danny calls, he's like, don't be stupid. I'm like, what? He goes, here's the stats. I'm like, oh, crap. Well, I'm not doing that again. Whoopsie.
It reminds me of at Mobile Beat last year, there was a certain vendor that their truss was going.
Oh, my God, yes.
Remember that?
We don't know why. We don't know if shipping had bent it or what. And I'm like,
And it was bad.
Yeah, and actually, I remember that happened years ago with Global. Like, shipping had destroyed one of the trusses. There was a gash in it. And Jonathan, who's the manager for the setups, he's like, nope, not using it. Get something else in here.
Yep.
If you're going to preach safety, you want to do as much as possible to really show. So when you're looking at trust companies, look at their booth. And if it looks janky, well, then you don't know what they're selling you. So, yeah. And obviously the big thing when you're...
Easy.
Wow. I'm writing down the names, or kind of noting the names so we can get the giveaway. And I want to real quick get the information on what the giveaway is going to be. Because I have the prizes, but I want to make sure I have all this information correct. And, the big thing, especially with trust, is sometimes less is more, sometimes more is more. You can definitely overdo it with trust. Somebody mentioned about trusting at a wedding. You can overdo it. You can do too much. And sometimes you can make your setup look exactly like somebody else's, and then the branding is completely gone. Yeah. So you definitely want to find unique ways. I got to tell you, and Dane, I think you might remember the most popular product that I see every year. I know why, and I don't know why at the same time. The shelves. Those DT shelves never stay on the shelves.
Oh my God. I've got 2 of them, and I want to buy a few more.
Well, I remember like a DJ Expo, we had DT shelves for the laptops, and this guy bought so many shelves, we ran out. And the dealer, he was local. He goes, I'm out. We ran out. He was out in his stock after he brought more. So we had to start basically putting laptops on boxes because we could sell the shelves that were in the actual part of the booth. So sometimes you see the booth look a little less than before because we're having to take it apart so people can buy stuff.
Yeah.
And remember, if you're local, you can buy the booth.
The entire booth of that in Atlantic City.
You can buy the entire booth, and you can always get a really good deal on the entire booth. They don't want to ship it back. So, guys, if you're in Vegas, or you're not in Vegas, talk to them. Say, hey, I want to buy this entire booth, because what they're gonna do, you're gonna want to buy. Like they're doing a really, really cool booth. Let's real quick just take some general questions all together. Best bang for the buck laser you have used. I have 2 that I've been using right now, the X-Laser Molebeat Mirage, and I've been playing with some of the Cavant series. I'll actually do some videos on each one. I don't see X-Laser as a vendor this year.
I didn't see them on there either.
That's a shame. That's rather interesting. Let's see here. I wish they would make it for the F23, F24 shelves. We do get a lot of questions about the shelves for the smaller trussing.
Yeah.
And some people have mentioned about switching the clamps around. Don't.
No.
No. Global Trust says no, and there's a reason for that.
I don't think the weight ratings would fit on that.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, I just asked Danny, what have been the best-selling products that if somebody's interested in Molebeat that they should buy right away so they don't miss out? He says, actually, he's kind of giving some safety tips too, but he says the speaker mount is always one of the hot items. The SAP plate. The DT TV mount, especially the newer one, is always one of the first ones to sell.
Got a couple of those. Those things are great.
He says that, yes, a shelf for the smaller trussing, they're thinking about it. It is in the works, and same thing with TV mount. So you've heard it here on Gear It First. But he says, one of the things that people don't really think about is inspecting the crank stand, especially if you have like the ones with the winches. Those winches are rated for a certain number of times. That's
and
any
technically,
kind of
when you purchase those, when you get the paperwork and everything, it'll actually say that you need to get that inspected. Every 2 years or something like that? I think it is. Yep,
absolutely. And then don't forget that the DuraTrust stands, which DuraTrust is Global Trust, but it's, I don't want to say the higher end, but it kind of is like a different market they're appealing to, but it's still part of Global Trust. The Duratrust stands are great. No winches, so there's really nothing
Those
there
things
to
are
inspect.
beautiful.
Woo!
And if you're talking about a one-man setup, that's the way to go. I mean,
And they fit inside the truss.
yeah.
They fit inside
But
the
I mean,
truss.
there's no effort cranking those things up.
Yep. So, oh, and he also said that don't forget that the coupler and the pins, they also have to go after a while because they get worn out. And one of the things that I've recently learned from talking to a couple of stagehands is be careful with your clamps. If you drop a clamp, it's technically no longer safe to rig with it. So, Danny, since if you're watching this, if you can kind of shed some light on that. From what I understand is once you drop a metal clamp, you've got your bolts and your pins in there, and there's impact damage to it. Even if you don't physically see it, that clamp is no longer rated for that. I guess that makes sense. Kind of like if you get hit with a bumper, well, that bumper will no longer protect you as much. So I'm curious with that. Danny says that, we really can't talk about it quite yet till the show starts, but Canal is going to have a crazy, crazy shipping deal. So they are doing a lot of work with even the shipping companies to be able to get cheaper than normal pricing. Mm-hmm. So,
awesome.
Damn, I mean, he's just texting me a whole bunch of information on here. Okay, guys, Danny Cabrera is basically the national branding manager and the sales manager for Global Trust. So if you have any questions about Global Trust, now is your chance to ask some questions on that for sure. Oh, he says internal cracks. That's what happens with the clamps. So, guys, do not drop your clamps.
Cracks.
I did not know that about that. He says it would have to basically X-rate. Like the cracks are inside of the actual aluminum. And even not just Global Trust clamps, any kind of clamp I've heard, if you drop it and it's aluminum, you have to get it replaced. Mike, did not know that. Mike Anderson says that it's like dropping your child. They are never the same.
I don't know. I turned out okay.
You know what's one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life? Ever?
A baby?
No, not the babies. No, those don't resell for that well. The Global Trust, the quick rig clamp, the hooked clamp.
Oh, yeah.
And then I put that on Mike Anderson's projector mount, the little projector mount that he made. Dude, it's awesome because I can also hang my GoPro or my DSLR. I love it. Okay, Danny, so Mr. J-Funk, my bad, I'm sorry, bro. J-Funk Sanchez asked, how often do you change the pins and clamps? Danny says the best purchase is a helmet. Let's see here. So yeah, Danny, if you can let us know how often to change the pins and the clamps. And then guys, any questions, now is the chance to ask. Ian says, or it snaps them back to normal. Is he talking about kids? Like if you drop a kid on its head?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The X2 projector mount. I couldn't remember what the projector mount that Mike has made.
Yeah.
I've been using that. I've been using it, and it's great. And Mike just has awesome customer service. Let's see here. So, should we? I guess there's more news, Dane.
Oh yeah. Really?
Okay, you guys ready for it? Two new clamps are coming.
Really?
Danny, can you tell us what clamps they are so I can show them on the phone? So he says the clamps depends on how often you're using them, but just inspect them. As long as you didn't drop them, inspect them. And I guess the same thing happens for the pins, especially if you're hammering, because, sometimes you got to beat the crap out of them to get them to go in. That's just how, metal is. It expands, it contracts, it gets tariffed, etc.
That's why with my pins, once I start finding them like that, I just go and throw them away.
Yeah. I've seen people grind them down. Oh, please don't do that. Chris Davis says, does Global do it in square or triangle shaped truss? What does that mean? Like,
yes. I mean, they have both.
Is there any other shaped truss? Okay, Chris, you're going to have to re-ask that question. Okay. So he says, pins and couplers, if they begin to warp or deform, it's time to go. And they are doing a quick release junior clamp for the smaller truss.
Oh, really?
So if you guys don't know the quick release clamp, it's
That'd be really
a regular
nice.
360 clamp, and it's got just a lever. Instead of having to tie it down, you just done. So, and they're doing a 1.5 inch through 2.5 inch heavy duty quick rig clamp. So, he also sent me another message, but I'm not going to read that out loud. Okay. And Mike Anderson. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to give the answer to this, so I'll ask. Mike Anderson wants to know if there's any new letters coming to the show. I know I can say there are new letters coming out from Eliminator. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what or when. So we'll find out real quick. That may be an Albert question, but Danny may know as well. So we'll figure that out in just a little bit. Jacob, okay, that's the EV. He's asking about the EV ELX 200 versus the ETX. Ian says that's like comparing apples to an F-16 fighter jet.
I love my ETX.
Yep, ETX.
I love them. You know, I had some ELXs, and I'm like, Then I got that set of ETX, and I won't even touch anything else anymore.
Really? And
I love my ETXs.
Oh, for sure. I'm asking about the letters. New Eliminator letters. So, guys, remember, when you go to Global, just go ahead and spend your money there. Get yourself one of these really cool shirts. Okay, there are new letters coming out. I know that they're going to try to do some more so you can write more things on them, but they will not be ready for Mobile Beat yet, unfortunately. However, I don't know if that doesn't mean that you can pre-order through Canal. So that is definitely one of the things you could do, is you could talk to Canal Sound and Light, say, hey, yo, let me pre-order some letters. And I'm sure Jeff could do something. Yeah. Here's a question I asked Danny. This is from Oscar Suarez. Someone said when you hammer the pin, you should add the clip and back it out so the clip does not move. Is that true? Well, I can answer that. No, hammer it in. You don't want any play in the pin, because then that's solid connection. That clip should go all the way in. It's an R clip. It's an R clip, so once you push it past that little knuckle, it should not fall out by itself. If that pin or the clamp falls out, or the clip falls out by itself, throw it away. Plain and simple. Yep. I spelled my name wrong on my shirt, Mr. Offerman. No, I didn't. ARNOLDO. Or YOURDADDY. Okay, guys, so before we do the giveaway, if there's any questions that you have for Mr. Cabrera, now is your chance to ask. And you know what, Danny just, again, he's taking all the questions in. And DJs, for those of you that, I want to go back to Eliminator Lighting. The market that Eliminator Lighting is going is for the smaller DJ. The guys that want quality lighting, quality customer service, but don't have the budget. So I'll give you an example. They're the Trio Par, right? Mm-hmm. It's bright, but it's a
great price.
It's a cheaper plastic case versus like the metal case that you would see in ADJ. Mm-hmm. But it's also a fifth of the price. You also have a little bit of noise coming from the transformers, but that's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. But by not going with a quiet transformer, you pay a lot less. And I mentioned this in the review, but it's not like it's a loud transformer. Once you're, even playing music at this level, you're not going to hear the transformer. But if it's completely quiet in the room, you may just hear a from the transformer. Not a big deal. But these things, what they're doing is, they're still giving you a quality transformer, just not the quiet ones, but they keep that price down low. And if, God forbid, there's something wrong with your light, you still get that exceptional customer service that you come to expect from that group of companies. Mm-hmm. And Albert's really good people. I mean, he wants to make sure people are really happy with their products. Sade, ADJ, Mark, none of these guys are hitting that market that Eliminator is.
But one thing I will say about Eliminator over the last few years, even for being the, lower level for, the cheaper guys and stuff, mm-hmm. the quality has gone up drastically from what you would normally see from that market for that pricing.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Plus, free shirts. Guys, when's the last time we even had a free shirt at Mobile Beat? I remember ADJ did that years ago, and we almost got trampled over the damn free shirt. So they said, well, never doing it again. So I guess Global Trust is going to learn that lesson real fast. Mike Anderson asked, does Global Trust have a DJ Trust stand? I'm guessing you mean like a table? And I know they do. They have the DT Pro table.
DT DJ Pro.
Yeah, which is the table with crank stands built in.
Yeah.
And boy, that one's been so much improved since the original prototype. I need to do a video on that.
Remember that original prototype?
Guys, we saw the original prototype, and even the guys at Global were like, this is not coming out to a show.
I looked at that thing and I said, I don't ever want to even see that anywhere.
No, so they really improved on it. You know, they brought the second prototype then to a show. They got more feedback, and now it's not a cheap table, but it's a very high quality table. And yeah, DJ Cass confirms, you know, you don't hear the Transformers over the ambient noise in the room. Let's see here. Yeah, so Mike, that's what Mike's asking about, if like a fold-out console stand. Yes, the DJ DT Pro, I believe it's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did forget to mention about that. You know, we talked about calling Global, about sketch ideas and all that. Dane, you've done corporate events. Have you had an event yet that asks you for an actual CAD drawing of the whole truss setup?
Not recently. In previous years, I have.
I get that a lot, especially with the fire departments here, because they
probably anywhere with Disney.
Yeah, pretty much. Some of them require an entire CAD drawing setup. You know what I don't have? CAD experience or CAD software. Guys, CAD software is hella expensive. What you can do is you can just send your crappy sketch and a napkin to Global Trust, and they'll CAD it out for you, which is pretty damn cool. And that's whenever you purchase like new truss. So like, hey, you know, I want to create. Actually, one of my friends, Mike Creviston, he was wanting to do like a tent type setup with the truss, and he's like, I just need to know, you know, what the pitch is gonna look like and all that. So he sketched it out. They gave him a whole CAD drawing to submit, and they gave him the whole specs and everything else. Let's see here. Okay, cool. Insurance company. Oh, and some insurance companies, apparently, that's right, they do require CADs, because I had to submit CADs for some of our bigger setups. So Global Trust does give you that when you buy new truss, and to my knowledge, they do not charge.
And the nice thing is, if Global does that for you, you know it's certified as safe at that point.
And if God forbid anything's wrong, I didn't make the CAD. Danny did, and now his daughter Natalie will be doing those CADs too. So they'll probably be a little bit better looking than Danny will be. Also, last thing is, if you are working with dealers, if you meet some of the reps, Global Trust does have a new rep firm for the Midwest too. So if you're in Midwestern United States, I mean, you'll always go through a dealer, but there is a new rep, and they're going to be doing a tour with them. So keep an eye on the Global Trust's page. Make sure you like them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, obviously follow them on YouTube as well, and they'll give you some information about who, you know, the rep they're going to be touring with. You'll be able to learn more on stuff on Global Trust. They always bring swag with them too, so you can definitely check that out. Ian Moore confirms that, yeah, he has a big hotel. So he's got to submit CADs or pretty much anywhere that PSAV is in. Trevor asked, best mover for the buck. My honest answer still is the InnoSpot Pro.
That too.
Yeah. The Focus Spot 3Z is phenomenal. Actually, no, I take it back. The Focus Spot 3Z is the same price as the InnoSpot Pro now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You have the InnoSpot, you got the Focus Spot 3Z, and what you aren't even mentioning is the RX1.
Yep. And somebody mentioned, you just did. Ha!
Yeah. I've got the Focus. I bought the Focus Spot 3Zs first of all, and fell in love with them. And then I saw the RX1s and used them. Like, I've got to have one. Got them. I love them. And I'll tell you what, for the price, you really can't get much more for your money. And the thing I like about the RX1s is they're kind of, you get a spot and a wash in one. And I can use it as a freaking searchlight.
Oh, yeah.
I have. I've used it outside as a searchlight. Those things are bright as hell.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they are, and they are the crispiest optics ever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, it's just gorgeous. But yeah, real quick, finishing up, somebody also asked me about the CADs. The CADs are also certified, so again, that's really important for insurance companies. Your DJ insurance may not ask for it because your DJ insurance is probably the wrong insurance. You need to step it up to big boy insurance, which a lot of DJ insurance companies have. I know GA Mavon does, and they always ask me, need CADs, need certifications, turn all that in. Okay, so we are going to do we're going to do a live Q&A in 2 weeks, and we're going to grill Danny with some hard questions. Where does truss come from? Who inspects the truss? Did you know that the truss actually has the welder's name and inspector's name and all that? Yep. Who are these people? Do they know what the hell they're doing?
I got a few tough questions for Danny.
Yeah. So, the answer is it's on the way. So, so get your questions ready for Danny. Get your alcohol ready. It's gonna be a long stream. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. I don't drink, so.
You may after that.
So I guess we need to do the prizes. So
What prizes?
Let's see here. Danny says the answer to who inspects the trussing and certifies it. It's Mexico and the orange guy in the corner. So all right, so Danny, let's confirm the prizes. So what we're gonna do is, guys, do me a favor. No comments. 0. I need you guys to write your name in the comment section now. I'm going to copy and paste all of the names, and we're going to copy them into random.org. Dang, no, do not write your name.
What? Huh? What?
So, guys, write your names in the comments section so we can pick a winner. You know, I love the fact that we give stuff away all the time here at Gear It First, and you and I never get to win anything. Ain't that some crap?
Hey, we got a shirt.
We did get a shirt. We got an awesome shirt. Look at this. Everybody else can be fighting for these.
It's even got our names, our correct names. It's not like I got yours.
And this isn't some cheap quality one, too. This is actually Gildan. That's who I use. This is the sweat wicking ones. Newsflash, DJ Sweat. They also breathe through their mouth.
What?
But DJ Sweat.
What? What was that?
All right, let's do some shout-outs real quick. Kind of like when Jose does his live streams. Okay, we're going to do some shout-outs now. Chris Davis, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Ian Morton. I love Jose. Jose does some awesome live streams. Like, he really does.
Steve McCready joining us. Mike Anderson.
Oh.
How's it going, Mike?
Oh, man. This is great. Oh, Jose's going to kill me. So we got Chris Davis, Ian Moore, Jesse Chances, Oscar Satters, Trevor Kitchenhider. Trevor K. Jeff Caslin, Donnie Grubb, Peter Crook, Mike Anderson. Okay, Peter.
Dane Holman.
I have a question. If you have a daughter, like if you know, let's say you have a daughter and she gets married and now she takes her husband's last name, would she tell people, I am not a crook? I think we just lost Peter as a viewer. No, Peter's always tuning into the stream, so we definitely appreciate his support. Mike Anderson. Guys, I need you to do me a favor real quick. Mike Anderson has been doing some incredible live streams, and YouTube has been making lives a lot harder for people. Mike, go ahead. Let me see if I can make you an admin here. Hang on one second. All right, Mike, you're now a moderator. Go ahead and punch in your YouTube channel. Guys, do me a favor. After this stream's over, go to his channel and subscribe. It would be a huge favor for me if you would do that. And we'll also put Global Trust in there as well. Well, you can just search Global Trust America also on YouTube and follow them. Definitely follow them. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh. Does anybody in the chat have ST180 stands? Go ahead. If it is, just write me. If you have ST180 stands, please let me know. And we're going to go ahead and copy and paste the winners. Let's see here. All right. Let's copy and paste. I believe that's all the names. Wonderful. Yeah, that's definitely all the names there. We're going to go to random.org/list.
I don't trust random.org.
Well, okay, how about random.ru? Is that too soon? Guys, that's a Russian level domain.
Yeah, because they'll make sure my name comes up.
Okay, what? Random.org. If anybody has the ST180 stands, please let me know. Global Trust has new light bars like the LB3800 for the ST180s.
Really?
Yeah, so if anybody can prove to us that they have the ST180s, there may be a little prize in it for you. Ooh.
What's the weight on those light bars?
I'm not quite sure. Danny, how much weight can those bars hold? So basically, I asked him, what's the difference between that and the LB 3800? And he said that the ST180, the actual pole, is a lot thicker, so this is made for that. I'm like, did not know that.
So you wouldn't know much about that.
Okay, we were trying to keep this clean. We were so trying to keep this clean. That did not work. Let's see. Wow, they have a lot of different list randomizer. Wow, they even have a string generator, too. All right. So we have, there's super heavy duty, 150 pounds that these bars hold.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's like mom weight right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and randomize. Now, the first winner, there's 2 sets of prizes. The first winner is going to, Danny, on the second prize, am I doing 10 winners or 1 winner is winning 10 of these? So the first prize, they're going to win 10 mini 360 quick release QR clamps. Ooh. These actually are pretty damn cool clamps. And, crap, what the hell did I just do? All right, so let's see here. And again, if you guys are in the chat section, please let me know if you have the, we were having streaming issues. Guys, please let me know if the streaming was acting up. Apparently, we're having streaming problems for a little bit.
Mine's been fine.
Okay, cool. Okay, so wait, 10 winners for each or just a second prize? So 11. Wow. Okay, guys, that's a lot of prizes. So here's what we're gonna do. All right. If you are the winner, I'm going to give you Danny's email address, and you will need to email him. So actually, do me a favor. You will message me on Facebook. Yeah, we're gonna have to. There's 11 prizes. That's hard for me to keep track of.
And there's only 21 people, so.
Yeah. So there's a 50% chance. So awesome. All right, guys. So we've got 11 prizes, 12 with the ST180 bars. So if you have the ST180 bars, you need to let me know right now. Or should I say right meow?
Right meow. Not till next month.
Right meow. Okay. If you're the winner, you will message me on here so I can give you Danny's email address, and I will give you the secret word to email Danny so he knows that you are a winner. All right, so here we go. The first winner is going to get 10 mini 360 QR clamps. Okay, hold on a second. What? So, okay, wait. We're changing the prices again. Dane, this might be a first. This might be a first. All right, guys. We're going to need to real quick put you on hold for just a moment. Stand by. This is for a good reason. All right? So, hold on 1 second. Well, maybe not. Hang on. All right. We're good. Let's go over the prizes. So the first winner, I need you to message me right away, and we'll get you set up with Danny. Actually, you can just email. Yeah, message me and I'll give you Danny's email. I don't want to post it publicly. Steve McCready, you have won 10 mini 360 QR clams. Woo, woo, woo. Now, we originally talked about 10 winners are going to get the shirts. It looks like we have, 21, 22 people on here?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, somebody put big buildup and then pfft. All right. So, looks like Ian guessed it. Dane, what's going to happen? Well, you get a shirt.
Prize,
and you get a shirt.
And you get a shirt.
And you get a shirt. Everybody right now gets
Ian
a
Moore,
shirt.
you get a shirt. Mike Anderson, you get a shirt. Chris Davis, you get a shirt.
But you need to message me right now because I don't need somebody messaging me afterwards. Message me right now and let me know. As a matter of fact, real quick, don't go anywhere. Here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this live stream off once we edit it. So don't go anywhere real quick. We're going to end this video, and then I'm going to tell you how you're going to claim your shirts. So don't go anywhere. Let me repeat that again. Don't go anywhere. So again, on behalf of Dana